Hi, I'm Viren Jain, Managing Director, Akasva Infrastructure Private Limited. We are an infrastructure construction company based out of Noida. We are 4 years old and we currently have an order book of close to 400 crore rupees. We are doing all sorts of civil engineering works, including railway underbridges, buildings, hydroelectric plants, small captive thermal power plants, and steel plant expansions.
Well, thank you, Mr. Jain. We have a few questions for you. What are some of the future opportunities you foresee for the sector?
Well, as you're aware, the Indian infrastructure is a very big growth story, and we foresee ourselves getting into the road sectors in a very big way in the next 12 to 18 months. We have been shortlisted and pre-qualified for around 20 road projects with NHAI and some of the state road transport organizations, and we will be bidding for these works in the next 12 to 18 months.
Excellent. How do you think organizations in your space can capitalize on this sector? What do you think would be the differentiating factors as far as your sector is concerned?
I think the biggest challenge that construction companies typically face are the execution risks, and people who are able to mitigate these risks over a period of time would be in the best position, to be able to capitalize on the growing infrastructure development sector in India.
What would be some of the key HR challenges of the sector?
Well, lack of manpower is a perennial problem in the sector, and with the growth happening in the infrastructure sector and lack of trained manpower, it is one of the biggest challenges, to get the right people for the growing number of projects that any construction company is executing.
Okay. Where do you see yourself and your organization going from here with an order book of 400 plus crores? Where do you see the organization headed?
We plan to double revenues over the next couple of years, maybe 3 to 4 years at least, and we want to be and hope to be a 1,000 crore company in the next 5 years.
Okay. Uh, what are some of the exciting opportunities that present themselves to future talent who are going to apply to your company?
Well, we are a young company. Again, so we don't have the legacy problems that larger and older companies have. We have a young management team in place who are open-minded and forward-looking, and I feel we provide a very conducive working environment. We make our people comfortable who work with us, and that I feel is a very important thing to attract and retain talent in such times.
So attrition is actually a big problem in your sector. What do you think some of the solutions to that would be, or how you're addressing those?
At the senior level, attrition is not really too much of a problem. However, to retain people at the senior level, you can give them stock options and various other incentives. And I think they look for personal touch, at the senior level. If you are able to provide that, not many people would leave. That's my personal feeling. And in our company also, I have noticed that we don't have too much attrition at the senior level. At the junior levels, at where people are just starting out, having worked for a year or two, it is an issue. We are addressing that issue by making them part of the organization, by thinking of, we've still not implemented such programs, but we are thinking of having a proper induction program, having some training modules where people feel as if they are gaining something from the company from working with our organization. And obviously financial incentives are some of the key areas that need to be looked at. So we are at some of our sites we have implemented a performance related pay structure, which we are monitoring and seeing what reactions we get from the people.
Well, since your sector faces a lot of challenges, I've actually not really come across a business school or a finishing school which actually addresses the problems of this sector specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think as an organization or as a sector, you all would benefit if such a institute was to be set up in different parts of the country?
Institute for what level of people?
Well, I think what you're facing a challenge with is more at the lower level and more at the execution level.
Yeah.
So something which will address your challenges there, would that help? Do you think? And what would you look for from such an organization?
I think there have been some efforts by some larger organizations already on this front, where they have been where they have taken upon and adopted some of the ITIs, government-run ITIs, and they are churning out and training people, the trades that they require for. So that is already happening in with some of the larger organizations, like I think with organizations like L&T, and I think it's a good idea. We are also thinking on those lines, because coming 3 years down the lane, manpower at the lowest level of skilled manpower at the lowest levels is going to be the major challenge, for people.
Okay. This is a final question. This is called the open challenge. Is there a challenge that you would like to throw open to the world? So local opportunities solved globally. Is there such a challenge that you would like to present to everybody?
Can you just repeat the question?
Yeah. Is there a challenge that you face and you believe it does not have a solution or has a very difficult solution for your business? So
we feel everything is possible.
All right. Thank you so much. On that note, thank you so much, Mr. Jain. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.
Thank you.